Welcome. Let me move the mic closer. How about that? Hey guys, welcome to Wargame Red Dragon ash&shadows mod. This is a mod over the game, a Steam game, Wargame Red Dragon that takes place in Modern Combat. So today what we're going to do is, for those who love the game, which I'm one of them, and if you're new to the channel or you're new to the game, I'm going to show you basically how to build a well and balanced deck. A lot of players online, they don't seem to balance out their decks for Modern Combat. So what is a deck, right? You have the ability in the game to create your own personalized deck with units in the game. So let's get right to it. Well, we're just going to call this new deck of glory. Sure, right? It's going to be blue 4. For illustration of young, well-balanced deck, I think the most well-balanced is Germany for what we want to do with no certain types, no era. We're just going to create it, and hopefully you guys love it. So if you're new to the channel, hi, I am Desert Fox, and I love Modern Combat. Yeah, I know war is bad, but video games are gnarly. So we're going to dive right into the deck of joy instead of glory. So the way I like to balance things, I want you guys to visualize a triangle, and in the middle of that triangle, I want you to put mobility. The way Modern Combat works in this game basically is you need to be able to combat one of 3 types of units: tanks, infantry, and aircraft, all of which pose different types of threats, and all of which you're going to have to deal with on your road to joy or glory. So the reason why I picked Germany for the illustration, a lot of their tanks go about 70, right? That mobility is in the middle. That's the center. That's the core, right? Their supporting vehicles that'll be going with the tanks are 70. See, that's 70, right? And so on and so forth. So that's good, right? And then even if you have a mobile component, like a fast-moving component, they go around 85. And let's say the support that goes with it's around 80. So yeah, it's a well-balanced complement. So let's dive right in. In Modern Combat, I don't believe in World War One style of fighting. You dig in, you guys make a line. I don't believe in that. I believe like you should have a plan to push on the enemy wholeheartedly, right? I believe in beefy tanks with heavy hitting power. So I'm pretty much gonna pick do the best cost analysis. Some cheap tanks that really get the job done. Leopard 2A4s are, pretty popular. And this, I mean, if you notice, its AP power is 26. So if it hits pretty much anything in the side and the back, it's not gonna hit in the top. Or in the front, it's probably gonna like absolutely wrecking ball it. So we're gonna get 4 of those. Like I'm hardened at least. We're gonna 2 units of those. And some cheap throwaway tanks. I like having cheap tanks in case you kind of run out of points. Like 30 or less, maybe. We might be able to find something cheaper than that. But yeah, we'll do some 30-point tanks, 36-point tanks. 65, 70. Yeah, we'll do some 36-point tanks. We'll come back to that. So immediately, that's the tank component that you have. Now, those take out other tanks and light vehicles, right? We need something to take out the aircraft that might be challenging it. My go-to is these FRP rolling 3s. They go 70 kilometers per hour, which matches the tanks. They're really good against airplanes and helicopters. They outrange most helicopters. Most helicopters shoot at like 2,800 meters, and it outranges that. So if you park them right behind the tanks, they'll do pretty good. And they're not too bad against aircraft either. So we're going to take those hardened. If you notice, the accuracy increases the more trained you get. So they don't have any veterans or elites. So we're just going to take the highest one. We're going to take 2 of them because they're really good. And the Flakpanzer. They're kind of pricey, but I mean, they go at 60. Not as fast as the tanks, but I mean, they do the job. But you notice that the helicopter and the airplane range are really good, as well as complement of 8 stingers. Why is that important? You can keep off the radar guided twin autocannon, but keep on the stingers. So that can be good if the enemy brings a lot of AA or anti seed aircraft. Seed aircraft is designed to take out radar units. Also, to complement that, we are going to. Ooh, look at that. Airplanes. 9450. This one. 9450. This one. Meads. We're going to do the Patriots because we want to keep those planes at bay. And I do like to take the Lars. I know a lot of games, some form of artillery. It doesn't have to be the MLRS. I just like the MLRS because it's good for infantry, tank rushes. So we've got a supporting component that supports the tanks. I actually will get rid of some of those Rollins because I want to actually add these for a fast moving component. So we have our tanks, we've got a support. Let's go with our tank accompanying infantry. The Germans have a lot of actually good tank supporting infantry. They got these martyrs. Now, if you notice the carriers, look at that gun, man. That's amazing. They got that right. I'll take them in the Puma because I like them, and I'm not gonna. Do I want the Panzer Grenadiers or the other ones? I'll take the Grenadiers and the Puma. Yeah, we'll take them. You get a lot of them too, like 10. I typically like to take them in groups of 2. So that could be pretty useful, right? And then, so you got some of the Puma. We only got 2 Pumas. Can the anti-tank team take them in the Pumas? No. So that becomes a problem. Let's see what else we got. Anything else that can go in the Puma? Oh yeah, these guys. Cool. So we've got some Panzer Grenadiers in the Puma and some other anti-tank Panzer Grenadiers in the Puma. We're going to take them trained because this is 75. The accuracy is already high enough so we can fire and forget hit, right? So those are going to be accompanying the tanks. That's very good. Now, recon to support your tanks is very, very crucial. The Germans have good helicopter recon, which I like. They kind of sit behind the lines and scout out the battlefield. We're going to take their stealthy, what is this? Fan Tu Tiger. Right. And it's got some PARS, top attack missiles. Really cool stuff. It even got a cool one of that. Yeah, that's fancy, isn't it? All right. Also, we're going to take these cheap recon tanks, and we're going to take these fast-moving recon just to get out on the wings. We have to. I don't think. If we have more, I might get a sniper team. These guys are really cool for like really hiding out in like the smallest bush because I got camo and doing that thing right. So we got a tank component. Before we come to the really awesome vehicles, which these can accompany the tanks, are really good. Because if you notice, the tanks have only 2275, and a lot of Russian tanks have missiles. So to counter that, this top attack, long range 17, notice that I just want to emphasize something, right? This symbol right here means this weapon dives on its target and the warhead fires down when it's over the target. Now look at the top. That is 2, right? So if you get hit with that AP power of 17, that's going on the top. And most tanks, even the heaviest tank, that's going through the top of the big boy tank. So it makes a lot of sense. If you're going to be encountering tanks to hit them, get something that hits them in the weak spot, you can only get 1. So we're going to get hardened so we can have 5, right? Those might accompany the tanks. So this is just a maybe. Mobile component. So that's basically your 70 miles off road, 110 miles on road component. Basically all the tracked vehicles. Now the wheeled vehicles. Let's see. We have any high speed wheeled vehicles so that they can field. Maybe some infantry. It's not looking like it, boys and girls. So, yeah, it's not looking like they have like a mobile tank. Unless I missed it, you guys can hit me up in the comments if I just totally missed their mobile tank unit. So we're not gonna do that. Like they seem like they have really good tracked vehicles, and that's what we're gonna run with. So we will buy some, cheaper tanks. We already got these cheap tanks. We got 37 units of tanks, and if we need more really good tanks, we'll take these. Right, boom. Then we will double down on basically, so everything's gonna go the same speed, and we're just gonna have multiple. If we can't get any more support, but we can get more infantry. So that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna double up on the infantry. It won't be in the Pumas. It might be in the Martyr 2s. Right, so we'll have some guys in these Martyr 2s here. Points at Grenadiers, right? And then we'll accompany those guys, because if they go, by themselves, we don't want that, right? These guys are some boxers, fast movers here. Yeah, awesome, right? Milan, awesome. We want something tracked. You guys riding something tracked? Ooh, that. Okay. Boxer, Milan. I think this is the best one for ground units. I need the best one for helos. Seems to be this. So we're going to take it in the tracked vehicle because it kind of goes the same speed. On road it does, but on land it goes a little slower, which is fine. So we're going to take some of those. 10 hardened, right? Again, just to play with the theme of basically it's turning kind of into an armored deck because that's what the strength of the German deck. So we're going to take some cheap 85 pointers here. I like to take a helo command vehicle sometimes because you really want to just get out there, but the boxer will have to do for 130. Wow. They do have this, but I don't like microing that. I just like to land it and move on. I'm not taking any of the tank ones. If I did, it'd be like this one. I mean, it's a tank, so it could be kind of be helpful. Okay. We're gonna take these Winston. We're gonna actually take these big boys. Really, I only use these for gas to keep the tanks moving, not to refuel. If I do have to give flat out ammunition, it's gonna be with these very large, and there's 12 of them, so you shouldn't have any issues at 35 points. But these are for gas, right? To keep your tanks moving. And when we play, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, since we have those components, right, we're going to add, how many missiles do you have? That's pretty cool. 8. Okay, cool. So, that's one thing I love about Germany. They have some really cool units. Like, look at that. It's basically a, infantry. So that's a good support vehicle. It's almost a tank, dude. 18 frontal armor, 50 millimeter. We're gonna take this, and it's 70 point. Yeah, so this is basically a freaking tank, and you get one of them. We're gonna take it hardened because that could be very powerful. Also a tank. Now remember the speed thing, 70 kilometers, 1 in 10. So they're fast. Can they shoot on the move? Not really a good stabilizer. It's 40, but it hits. Firing rate though is 8. So it better hit. So basically, it's your final run. I'll probably do better taking these cool Pumas right here, because you get one of them and you get 10. Get one card, but 10 of them in the unit. So let's go helicopters. They don't have a lot. I'm mainly gonna be using that. They got this infrared missile against helicopters. Only got 2 of them though. It's not really gonna do me very well. These are in the modern combat. I mean, the 26 is good. The accuracy is good, but it's guided. If there's any, this is what I'm looking for. I like the fire and forget. Why? Because if it's going in and out of trees, as soon as it sees it, it fires, and then when it fires, it will top attack and hit, and that's that's what you want. Oh, there's a dog fighter. So we're gonna take 4 of those and some of these. Why these? Because they're dog fighters. They can reach out and hit helos, and they got 4 infrared missile stingers. It's a really powerful weapon. That's what they're kind of. If anybody's paying attention to what's going on in the world, this video was made around the time that Russia invaded Ukraine. So one of the weapons that the world's kind of giving you, the Ukrainians, are stingers and javelins. Javelins are that top attack weapon, and stingers are really good against helicopters, and Russia has a lot of them. So, all right, back to the game. So this tornado, ECR, this guy basically it hunts and destroys radar or anti-air units. Anything that exhibits a radar, like MLRS, it will hunt it down and kill it. This is a very cheap air superiority fighter, so we're going to take the good one. We need a bomber. We'll do 4 training because you are a bomber. And wow, this has got a lot of good multi-role bombers here. This has got 4,000 pound kilogram bombs. That could come in very handy. We're going to take 2 of them. We still got a freak ton of points, so we could actually add like a lot more to the Air Force. More air superior. Peace rides could come in handy. You get 1 of them. So, and we're gonna take the elite one because their missiles are kind of, you know. So we're gonna take this guy because he's a really cool vehicle. We're gonna take them hardened. And some mortars. Mortars are valuable unless we have MLRs. Yeah, we got MLRs, but we're gonna take some mortars. You never know when you need a good smoke screen. Take 5 because basically you're gonna use them for smoke. Logistics. I think we have enough. I mean, it's 12 and 7. We'll take another one of this. Okay, cool. Getting close on points. Infantry. I think I've got most of the infantry. What I can do is I love to bring in tank killing teams because you're fighting Russia most of the time, or China, or some other unit that uses tanks. So really, tank killing, fast getting out there, killing teams, can be super valuable. The vehicle and the guy, so when they pop out, they can still shoot. It's a nuance for tanks. We're gonna take 7 of those, and hopefully we have some anti-air that can accompany them. Yes. So we'll take them because I like to pair things of the same speed. So even the Fuchs Milan, right? It's got the missile. Accompanying it is a Fuchs Milan with the missile with an AA unit, anti-air unit, to kind of protect them. They're accompanying them. Right, they're supporting each other, taking out tanks, taking out aircraft, and they have guns for infantry. They're not going to be that effective against infantry if they come with like, Fulstrom Jaeger, but if they come with anything else, they're going to be good. So that's pretty much the deck. We can look over. There's your aircraft, your limited component of helos, great vehicles. They're tanks in themselves. Some limited recon. Which recon is actually a really overlooked part of a lot of people's decks. It's very crucial. Never leave home without it. And you got this nice fat infantry component. 59 total units of infantry. That is nuts with 48 units of tanks. And logistics. 7 of these command trucks, boxer, and a whole slew of these super rectangles. That's what we're going to call them. Super rectangles, there they go. Look at that. Definitely awesome with a guy in there. He's chilling, probably, taking a nap. All right, there's the deck. So, yeah, the speed, the complement. And what we're going to do is we're going to save it. And then we're going to play with it, right? So, the new deck of joy, there it is. Whole big points. We are going to go solo, go skirmish. I don't have anybody to play with. I didn't really ask anybody. So we will go and do the deck of joy against a medium red 4 starter on a tough jungle. Instead of very low, we'll go medium. Fine. I like to start out with 4,000 points just to kind of showcase, but a lot of times players start out with like 1,500. But the concept is still the same. If your units, you want to be able to deal with tanks, infantry, and air units. And in the middle of that triangle is mobility going the same speed. Let's see it in action, boys and girls. Outstanding. Okay, so we're here. We're back. We're going to start setting these units. Right? Boom, boom, fob. Cool. Hey, fob's chilling. So we're going to start with the heaviest tanks here. One platoon there. And so basically 3 platoons of tanks. Very strong components. Those are flak genzas, whatever they're called. And these, right, to support those tanks from air units, Patriot from longer range air units, and our nice, snazzy, heavy Puma infantry. Look at that. Take 2 here. And 1 killer and a Puma. Boom. Alright, so they're all in Pumas. They all kind of go the same speed. What we will do is, the plan is to have them rush in the middle here and kind of secure Echo. What we also will do is we'll have a component to go through India and maybe a side component coming through here to cut off the enemy there. So we're gonna try to race to where we think he's gonna be. To do that, we'll take 2 tanks. We'll support those tanks with some flak gapeheads, right? 1 there, 1 there. And a slew of infantry, right? It's really more of an infantry thing, so we're gonna go with the heavy martyrs, and you're gonna go with some martyrs too, right? Boom. To kind of go left and through Foxtrot, okay? And I'm gonna do something, and you guys are gonna see it, why logistics is so valuable with the, with just having those on gas, because it makes your game smoother. What I mean by smoother is if you notice, the first thing that your guys are gonna run out of, it's not gonna be ammo. It's probably gonna be gas. It's probably gonna be gas. Actually, let me take you with them. Cool. And then no heals. We got these heals for now. We are gonna take a recon component here. And supporting those recon, we're going to take some roll-ins. Right, just to kind of see if we could catch something slipping on the wing. And infantry with the Malons. We'll take some fucking along. Right, boom. And some... Boom. Alright. Kind of support on going on the left. I'm not going to put a lot going to the left because it's pretty far, but this is closer to the enemy, so that's probably where he's going to be, and this is closer for me, so I don't think he's anticipating me giving up the left. I know this is a computer, but if I was playing a real player, this is probably how I play. Giving up the left to basically just come after him. Actually, I'm going to go the long way, please. So a lot of times I give them advance orders. I just need them to start moving right now. I turn off everything but gas, and I kind of pre-stage them so that as soon as the guys enter combat, by the time they get to the half point of the map, they're already able to be refueled and keep moving. Let's say about this. Actually, we're going to say about this way. And the Patriot. Don't forget the Patriot, please. So we're going to send you out to the left, you out to the middle, and you out to the right. So all 3 ways, your guys are kind of supported. So we don't bring any MLRS or aircraft. I just want to kind of showcase this part right here, where the ground units with proper support and recon support, infantry, you can effectively, not need a whole bunch. So we start seeing the enemy rear his ugly head. We're gonna actually have you guys go this way. We're gonna see if we can catch him in an L-shaped ambush. For those who don't know, those are made by the Rangers. It's basically what it sounds like, a two-part ambush. One on the left and one, probably directly in front of the enemy. So our tanks will be attacking from the left, and these tanks and infantry are coming to ones to track right before you get in the battle. Standard, right? Things never work when you want it. I'm gonna pull him out. First thing to get popped, the command vehicle. Talking about emotional damage, right? I might have that clip. Kind of want to see what's next. I don't know if they dropped any infantry, so we're gonna assume that they did, and I'm gonna bypass their the town with the tanks. I'm not gonna drive my tanks to the town. Right, I'm gonna assume. Stop, please. I'm gonna assume that they did. We're gonna have the infantry clear it, and while they're doing that, send the gas up. All right, so they took this spot right here. That's cool. I'm going to advance on it. Yeah, I'm gonna put you there. Cool. My guys, again, another L-shaped ambush. Move the gas up. I need you to get out here, please. Faster than slow. So these buildings look pretty clear, right? Are you not get in the circle, please? Hate it when they do that. So not to get overwhelmed with micro, we're gonna add these back in their truck, so to speak. Move him forward. This is kind of not advised, kind of bunching your units up, but the enemy doesn't seem like he wants to come fight today. Right, boom. So we're gonna have the Panzer Grenadiers clear out this spot. You guys, force, please. You guys, fast move out of here. If the enemy does rear its ugly head, we'll be ready. So because they have the flank on this side, I'm gonna tell these guys to stop and shoot at the front armor, and they're gonna try to maneuver around the east side. Deal with that pretty quickly. That's nice. Advance the tanks and the infantry support up. Yeah, we're going with that. Comes up there. Try to see if there's anything in the gap. So the infantry's loaded up. We're gonna take them here in the middle. This is on the side. We don't get a lot of points, but we are making a lot of headway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call out a command vehicle, fast mover up there. Alright, you guys are out there. We're gonna have you clear this forest, please. I don't wanna have my guys go up there. Stop. Come up there, please. There's some helos harassing my guys. Look at that. Alright, so we're popping some stuff. It's coming out. It's trying to get out. Got 1,000 points of damage. I'm not sure where the rest of the enemy is, but we're not going to wait on them. We're going to move it here, because this really is going to hamper. He might get away. That's fine. We'll have you go there. If you notice, I'm really worried about the tanks being hit by helicopters. That's where my main concern is. So here comes my Pumas. I don't know what's in these buildings. Flag bands are out there. But heroes. But they do have. We got one of these little guys pop. Got our Bruno pop. So this is more building. We're gonna send our infantry to. Oh, excuse me. Go in there. Go in there, please. Thank you. Kind of clear that. We're kind of stopped here because this is a very strong defensive line for the unit. So, but they are kind of gassed up, so we're not gonna wait on the enemy. We're gonna charge it through this gap here. Yes, saw some infantry move there. The way the path these guys are going to take, the leopards are going to go here, here, and here. Trying to hit as a little force as possible. Yeah, so with all that infantry, turn on around so the guys keep the tanks moving. This I don't like this kind of one spot area. Right there. I keep pushing. Actually, I'm gonna go through here, please. Oh, all that AA defense could be used. And you guys can push here. Okay. Totally forgot about those guys. That's a micro error on my part, guys. But you see the infantry's mobility isn't really a factor because my tanks So the town is secure. We're gonna continue, and actually we're gonna take this fob. Can gas up, you know. Ooh, they spawned up a lot of tanks. That's cool. Oh, you guys are out. Got it. Okay, well, back that up. We gotta fight a delaying action here, right? To keep them at bay. What else we got coming? He's got some missiles. You can go. You got some stuff. You can go. Yeah, he's got to delay them so that the other tanks can gas up. It is unfortunate, but hey, he did his job with 3 rounds left. Look at that. So right now, we do have air power. I don't really want to go in there and fight a whole bunch of Spetsnaz, so we're just going to drop some 1,000-pound bombs on them. Sorry about that, guys. Ooh. So we do see this buck and this Tunguska right here. I call them in tandem because I want to see if I can actually take care of that buck. And I hope the Tunguska doesn't give us too much problems. The bombs are out. Look at that. Well, they didn't really, yeah, they kind of scratched that one. Yeah, totally didn't. Alright, well, we're just going to deal with that, huh? Okay, cool. So you guys kind of get the point. Yeah, these guys are gassed up. This fight is almost over. You got to start hunting command vehicles. There's a command vehicle back there. But, I mean, he can't spawn in anything, and I've got 400 points. And I can spawn in a whole bunch, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Spawn in some, how much are these? Cheap 55 units. One here, one there. In case I have some tanks, we'll take some folks along. Okay. Sometimes the enemy has some guys here in the back. That's fine. We're just gonna kind of park those guys out there. Have them come refuel. And we made it the whole way down with like gassing up and keeping the units gassed up. So you guys are gonna go there and support in case you actually fight something, or maybe. So like this leopard has like no ammo. But you notice because I gassed them up, they actually were able to make it to the fight, to the end of it. Come out here. He's got literally. Oh, he's got enough gas. Caught something chilling. Oh, these martyrs over here. Nice. You guys got a gas? Nope. Can you make it? Yep. Fuck some Milan to deal with it. So basically, it's just a mop up, guys. I might stop it here, just to make the video not too long. But we're gonna. This game, as you can see, is effectively over. 32-27, 390 losses for myself. Remember, they spawned all those tanks, but because we threatened them on the flanks, they had to move their CV, which is all good for me. Got all these tanks refueling cars. I don't know why you're not actually refueling, but get it together, buddy. Get it together. We might do. Here was an aerial recon. There's some guys just chilling out there. What are you guys doing, man? Drop a bomb on you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drop some bombies on you. Let's see some. Let's see some fireworks. You know, let's see some. Okay, I did select him to attack the. Can you bomb him? I guess not. You have no munitions to bomb that guy. That's unfortunate. So our bombers, they're cluster bombers. Ooh. I'm gonna get a vehicle out there real. Let's do the fastest vehicle that we can. This guy, he's gonna deal with them. Supported by probably this guy. Boom. I mean, I'm not worried about the air. I guess I gotta hunt this command vehicle now. I'm kind of mad about that, right? Now, he could try to cut me off here. So now it's basically a foot race. I'm just going to spawn a whole bunch of recce units from over here. So they don't try any sneaky business, which is, I think that's what he's trying to do, is trying to do some sneak stuff. We're just going to keep an eye on this unit. And we're going to use these recon to hunt. Yeah, they don't have any weapons, but they don't need to. We're going to give a nice sweep of this area. Ooh, there he is. See, tries to do some sneaky stuff. He's a sneaker. Awesome heroes for his butt. So there he is. And that was the last command video. Okay, guys, so 4,281 total points. 390 losses for myself. 91% kills, 8% casualties. Not bad. I think the winners of the day really, I mean, we're going to look through who got the most. Heavy hitters, right? Most of the tanks, right? Yeah, the tanks did all the work. Like when they spawned all those tanks in, yeah, you're seeing it's all that one spawn. Didn't see it, but hey, it was a good move on the computer's part, kind of holding his juice to the last squeeze, I guess. But that's the game, man. Well, the Leopard 230s, they're beast, right? First vehicle pop was a command vehicle, the legend, right? And then a whole bunch of tanks pop by these guys. They just do piercing damage, and that's what I like. They can take a hit, and they can give a harder one, like double the oomph. So yeah, guys, that is Desert Fox encouraging you to get in the Vanguard, man. Get in the Vanguard, guys. All right, that'll do it. Have a good day and goodbye.